Hello to a rather wintry welcome to another episode of Automotive Affairs. Our test subject for today is the 2025 Volvo XC60 T8. What's it like? Let's find out. As usual, we'll begin with styling. This vehicle hasn't changed a whole lot in the last few years, but is that a bad thing? I don't think so. It's not gonna stand out. It's not something that makes people go, wow. You know, you look at a Lucid Air on the road and people go, wow, what kind of spaceship is that? But this is more for people who want to glide through without getting noticed, but they just want a nice luxury vehicle. So if that's why you buy vehicles, you will like this one. You will quite like the interior, because not only is the quality quite good, I love this wood texture here, open pore, nice chrome surround, just a very nice pleasant place to be. And look at these seats. I mean, just look at them. Yes, they are as comfortable as they look, and comfort is very important to me because I have back issues, and this seat is probably one of the best I've come across in a long time. So good job, Volvo. Space in the back, very decent legroom. That's my driving position there, so lots of legroom for backseat passengers. Yeah, lots of headroom. Look, panoramic sunroof. That's all very good. Come around here, hit this button, and that opens the rear hatch. You could reach under the Volvo sign and have done that too, but there you go. Quite a lot of cargo room. Yes, they could have extended this roof out this way, made a more vertical tailgate to give you more room, but I think for most people this is more than good enough. Let's get into more details about the interior. Definitely good to get out of the cold. Touching this heated steering wheel, oh, it feels good. I've even got heated seats, so perfect for our winters. So in the driver's seat, well, you have this TFT screen ahead of us. It gives you a few little details you can change to your liking. You can see this one's now telling us about economy. So over 574.6 kilometers, this has averaged 7.9 liters per 100 kilometers. How it's averaged that? Well, I'll get into that in a bit. But you've got that screen, you've got a steering wheel with adaptive cruise control on this side, stereo and menu items on here. Then the center screen, this screen, which is all touch, and it's fairly responsive. The only thing I don't like is it's not very intuitive. To figure things out, you have to know how to go through this. There are very few hard buttons. These are the only hard buttons: front defroster, the defroster for the rear, hazard. You can go up and down stations. This is the volume knob, and nothing else here. The shifter, a lot of people like this Volvo shifter, which is like a clear crystal. I like it too. What they've done now, which is a step in the right direction, is this used to be a double tap. So to put it into drive, you had to tap it twice. Now, put on the brake, you pull it, you're in drive. You push it, you're in reverse. Oh, like reversing camera, you get a 360 view as well. This is how you put it in park. And that's the start stop button. So, well, rather than a button, it's a twist knob to turn it on and off. Parking brake and auto hold. Very good sound system in this example. The Bowers and Wilkins optional sound system. If you're an audiophile, yeah, you want this stereo. A nice place to be. Definitely a nice place to be. On the outside, you're probably wondering what this little door is. Is this where you put the fuel in? No, well, one type of fuel. The electric fuel. Because this is a T8, it's a plug-in hybrid. So that's where you will attach the charger. Now let's talk about powertrain. Under the gas strutted hood, which opens up to the sky, is a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine that is both turbocharged and supercharged. That engine alone produces 312 horsepower. And then you have an electric motor on top of that, which when combined with the gas gives you a total system output of 455 horsepower. You also get 523 pounds-feet of torque. Now the setup is quite interesting because the gas engine powers the front wheels and the electric motor powers the rear wheels. So it's an all-wheel drive. Quite clever if you ask me. Quite clever. So what about performance? Well, all Volvos nowadays have a electronically limited top speed of 180 kilometers an hour, which, to be honest, for a family vehicle is more than fast enough. You really don't need to take your loved ones with you any faster than that. However, what about acceleration? How quick is this thing? Well, there is only one way to find out. Time for us to perform our 0 to 100 kilometer an hour test. If you're in full stop mode, up, down, and wow, okay. It can scoot. It can definitely scoot. This is quite a quick vehicle. So what's it like to drive? Well, let's find out. Performance numbers are one thing. It's how a vehicle drives that really makes a difference. Plus, I can't think of anyone who has bought a Volvo in at least the last decade because of performance numbers. No, they buy Volvos for many other reasons. Performance may be not on top of their priority list. So let's take it for a drive. As this is the hybrid version, a plug-in hybrid, when the battery is fully charged, you will see about 55, maybe 60 kilometers of pure electric range, which actually is not that bad, and it's fairly accurate. So it's not 60 range and you're getting 30. No, you get what's on the tin, yeah, you'll get at least 55 kilometers out of this vehicle, which for daily running around is just fine. Of course, there is the gas engine that will take you as far as you want to go. So you never have to have range anxiety with this vehicle. In our environment, I think that is perfect, because our charging network isn't great. I want to be able to go across the country if I want to and not worry about charging stations. What's really impressed me about this Volvo, and in fact pretty much every Volvo I've driven in the last decade, is how nicely they drive. They're just smooth. Okay, this is not the smoothest bit of road right now, but the car feels fantastic. Stable, good steering feel, effortless. You can never tell it's a 4-cylinder engine in these things. Goes around corners well, and when you just lend in your foot a bit, it just picks up speed. So effortless. This drivetrain is phenomenal. Absolutely love it. I'm right now driving it in hybrid mode, so it's deciding how it wants to propel me forward. I'm being fairly gentle with the throttle. I would say maybe about 50% throttle at most, and it doesn't feel the need to punch in the gas engine. Fantastic. Just fantastic, if you ask me. Let's get off the back roads and get on the highway for a little bit. Very good body composure through high-speed sweepers. This is not a sporty vehicle, but it's fairly competent. I like that. Push it. Okay. Gas engine comes on. Oh, it picks up speed. Yes, I've driven cars that are much faster than this, but it surprises me every time I put my foot down in this how it picks up. This is very satisfying. You really don't need more performance than this. You know, similar to the Maserati Grecale that I tested recently. That was a 4-cylinder hybrid. That was impressive. This is impressive. However, this is quite a bit cheaper and has more space. So as a value proposition, and we'll get to value in a bit, this is a better deal than that Maserati Grecale. However, it is a little bit more money than it should have been, but it's a better deal than the Maserati. live with one of these just as long as I have a sports car tucked away for some fun drives. Fuel economy. Well, we talked about that a little bit earlier on. Between city and highway driving, you will average about 7.8 liters per 100 kilometers. If you, for instance, use the full battery pack and then the full tank of gas. However, if you are just running around in the city and you charge it every day, it will cost you nothing. Well, shouldn't say nothing, because electricity does cost you, but you'll hardly ever visit a gas station. So that's pretty good. Price. Well, these start at around $82,000. And when I say these, I mean the T8 version of the XC60. This one, as equipped, I guess it's fully equipped, is $93,000. That's a lot of money, but as I mentioned earlier, it's a better deal than that Maserati Grecale. So if you're looking for a plug-in hybrid crossover, at least this Swedish option is cheaper than that Italian job. Thought I'd jump inside the car for the final verdict, because it is a bit cold outside. It's showing -2, but with wind chill it's actually colder than that. So what do I think of the Volvo XC60 T8? It's a really, really nice vehicle, both to look at, to sit in, to drive. It's very economical. It is a bit on the expensive side, but overall, I quite like it. So if you're looking for a plug-in hybrid, I would put this towards the very top of the list, honestly. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please do like and subscribe.